safe to say that we've all been hit hard by the pandemic, but it's so heartwarming to hear how everyone's come together in different ways to ensure both people and businesses continue to thrive. Now, there are a lot of other people who've also been instrumental in that and done an amazing job this year. And that is the people on the 11th annual UKtech50 list of the country's top IT and technology leaders, which means it's almost time for me to begin the countdown from 50 to our number 1. There have been an incredibly amount of deserving nominees this year, and the judges have had a very difficult time selecting the top 50. When deliberating, it quickly became clear that the UK and its IT and tech community and its leaders have put in exceptional work this year, going seriously above and beyond, whether they work in industry, government, a multi-million-pound company or a startup. It's been amazing to see. So without further ado, let's begin the countdown. Right, my screen seemed to have frozen. Apologies, everyone. Let me continue. Right, it seems my sound has gone. Let me just try this again. I'm going to reshare. Apologies for the technical difficulties there. Let me try. It seems we have lost the music, but that's okay. We can all just look at the amazing names on the list. Thank you. So great names on the list there. Now, before we continue, I just wanted to give a special thanks to our judges. It's putting together this list isn't easy, and we obviously couldn't have done it without them. So thank you to Adam, Joanna, Sue, Robin, Brona, and as well Computer Weekly's readers. Thank you very much. Now let's continue the countdown. Congratulations to everyone on the list so far. Now, before we go through the top 10, I just wanted to share some special achievement awards. It's been a challenging year for most, as businesses, industry and public sector have struggled with the COVID-19 pandemic. The technology sector has rallied around and achieved great things during the crisis. And Computer Weekly and Harvey Nash are pleased to announce these special achievement awards, recognising the work of some of the fantastic individual achievements over the last year. For these awards, we wanted to pick people who haven't necessarily made it into the top 50, but also in the top 100 long list, which you can see on computerweekly.com. We felt they deserve some special recognition for what they've achieved in the last challenging year. Now, the first award goes to Mark Denny. He was brought in as an interim CIO at HMRC in November 2019. Denny was at the heart of delivering the systems needed to support financial schemes put together at short notice at the start of the pandemic, such as the furlough scheme and business loans. This unprecedented tech response was, as Denny himself put it, about condensing a 9-month process into a 24-hour period of coding. Congratulations, Mark. And the special award for achievement in diversity and inclusion goes to Helen Milner. Helen Milner is the founder of a not-for-profit, staff-owned social enterprise called the Good Things Foundation. It's an enterprise to help the 11 million people on the wrong side of the UK's digital divide and to become confident with digital and online technologies. The Good Things Foundation has continued this work throughout the coronavirus pandemic, including using funding from the National Lottery Fund to help the digitally excluded gain digital skills, building upon its Make It Click online learning resources, as well as using funding from Barclays Community Fund to give devices and data packages to disadvantaged households. It's a well-deserved award, Helen. Congratulations. Now, the special award for achievement in the tech sector goes to Demis Hassabis and the AlphaFold team at DeepMind. They've done an extraordinary amount of work this year on protein folding with the latest version of its AI system, AlphaFold. This work is incredible and has the potential to have significant impact on biological research across the world. So congratulations. The special award for achievement in startups and scale-ups goes to David Watson. David is a scientist and ethical investor who wants to disrupt the electric vehicle charging market and give people access to the best technology and to shift to cheaper and greener energy. His company is to be a well-known household name and the go-to brand for electric vehicle owners across the UK, supporting the country's ambition to stop selling new petrol and diesel cars from 2030. Now, the special award for achievement in COVID-19 response goes to Alistair Forbes. Alistair founded the Scottish Tech Army together with a friend as a response to the COVID-19 pandemic. Working with recruitment agencies, the initiative aims to identify IT volunteers whose skills can be used to support public sector organisations and develop digital projects to help tackle the outbreak of the pandemic, of the virus, and manage the recovery process as we go into that. Now, the final Special Achievement Award is for IT leadership, and it goes to Phil Swan. Phil is the CIO and digital lead at the Greater Manchester Combined Authority. He's led the work on the Greater Manchester Digital Drive, offering free support to businesses affected by COVID-19, helping them build their online presence and skills. He's also leading the work on the Greater Manchester platform, which aims to hold, share, and analyse information across health, social care and community settings. So congratulations to everyone. You've accomplished amazing things over the last year and this is well deserved. Now it's time to continue the countdown and see who made it into the top 10. Now we're going to pause there for a minute. I'm going to talk to you a little bit about this year's winner. So this year's winner won with an overwhelming majority of votes, both by readers and judges. And that is truly a true testament to the hard work she and everyone in her organisation and across the NHS as a whole have put in this year to keep us all safe, up to date with the latest information and ensure we all have access to the care we need and the products needed to do that. And more recently, ensure we can all book our COVID-19 vaccines online. I'm extremely pleased to announce our winner, Sarah Wilkinson, CEO of NHS Digital. Now, I know we have Sarah with us here, so I want to say a huge congratulations to you. This must be a great recognition, not just for you, but for the whole organisation and your whole team and the fantastic work, blood, sweat and tears you've all put in. I know it's been challenging, but yeah, congratulations.
Thank you, Liz. I mean, yeah, what can I say? Thank you very, very, very much for this award. I'm very honoured to accept it, which of course I do on behalf of the whole of the NHS digital staff. Computer Weekly is such an influential magazine. It's been such a kind of staple of life in IT for so many of us for so many years. I actually remember when my first ever job, there was a sort of stack of Computer Weekly magazines on the front desk of the little software house that was the first job I had in 1991, I think, which is probably giving too much away. But thank you for being a sort of reliable descriptor for our entire industry for the entire careers of many of the people on the line today. And it's fantastic to receive an award that's been voted for by Computer Weekly readers. I know that's going to mean a lot to everyone in our organisation, because obviously what that means is that there's so many people across the UK that recognise and respect what we do on behalf of the NHS and the impact that we've had in that work. NHS Digital has had an extraordinary year. You know, it's been pretty intense. We've delivered a vast number of services in a very short time, from one online system, which became the kind of primary triage point at the outset of the pandemic, to all the infrastructure for COVID testing, the systems for identifying the clinically vulnerable patients who need to shield, as you just mentioned, the vaccines infrastructure. You know, we built new systems to allow appointment booking into emergency care settings. We've built infrastructure to support remote consultations. We've built new physical connectivity across a huge number of new sites, and, you know, testing sites, vaccination sites, hospitals. We've put digital services into care homes. We've supported the oximetry at home programme. We've delivered new authentication systems for PPE environments. We've made constant updates to the nhs.uk site, which is one of the most visited health sites in the world, so it's of great international as well as national importance. We've processed data requests at a phenomenal rate, you know, new feeds in, new feeds out, new analytic tiers and models, lots of very complicated work in building and defining code sets. We have provided data for, you know, many partner organisations to support them in running many different aspects of the service over the course of the last year, and we've had the privilege of supporting a whole raft of kind of major clinical research programs, you know, including many of those that, well, changed the course of history, like the recovery trial. And in the background, we've achieved the world's largest ever email migration to the cloud. You know, we've managed to continue to build most of the services that we had on our pre-COVID plan, and we've operated all of the critical national products and platforms at the very highest levels of reliability and security. So I do lead an extraordinary group of people, and it's so lovely to get this recognition. If it's okay, I'll just give a quick shout out to a couple of other communities I think are important, because absolutely everything we do depends on kind of deep and wide collaboration and partnership. The first thing I would like to say is just all our peer organisations within the NHS. The NHS is probably one of the most complex organisations in the world. You know, the number of constituent organisations, the very, very deep interdependencies, the complexity of the legislation, you know, the sheer scale of the demand we're dealing with can make it a very, very challenging environment in which to operate. And, you know, it's only possible to make progress when all the necessary parts of that structure sort of find a way to jostle along together. And to be perfectly honest, quite often the mere fact that we've all jostled in roughly the same direction seems like a bit of a miracle. But what gets all of us who work at NHS Digital up every morning is knowing that what we do matters so very much to the patients and clinicians up and down the country, and the deep respect and admiration we have for those on the front line of the NHS, especially this year. It's truly humbling to work with them. And I'd like to give a shout out to all CIOs, CTOs, CDOs, you know, and all their staff right across the NHS. You know, any one of those teams would have been worthy of this award this year. And finally, I'd just like to give a quick shout out to all our suppliers. We have over 300 tech supplier organisations who work with NHS Digital in many different ways, delivering many different services. And I think, I mean, I can really say this year in particular, without exception, they've been there for us through thick and thin. So, I mean, on that note, I'll just say thank you one last time. This is really, really special. We really appreciate it. Thank you very, very much, Liz.
Thank you, Sarah, for all your hard work this year. This award is truly well deserved. Now it's time for me to start wrapping up. This has been such a wonderful afternoon, and I want to say a special thank you. If I can share my screen again. to our events partners, Harvey, Nash and Spinks. We could not have pulled this off without all your hard work. So thank you very much. Once again, I want to say a huge congrats to our top 50 and a big thank you to you, our audience, for taking part in this event. I hope you all learned something new and most importantly, enjoyed yourself. Hope you all have a good evening, and that's goodbye from me. Bye everyone. Thank you for joining us today.